Muy buenas a todos, aquí en otro capítulo más de The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Estamos en el capítulo 109. Seguimos con la expansión de Blood and Wine. Fuimos a hablar con Regis a ver qué nos tenía que contar de Deadlaf, que es la bestia que está matando a los caballeros de Toussaint. Y bueno, resulta que la mano esa que conseguimos es una mano de Deadlaf, una mano porque se regenera los vampiros. Entonces se ve que es una mano que le arrancaron o algo. Y pues la lamia que seguramente la mandó para recuperar la mano por lo que sea. Regis ha dicho que puede hacer algo, ¿vale? Que puede hacer las visiones donde puede que se oculte o el refugio de Deadlaf. Necesitamos una cosa. Saliva de una criatura moteada, que sabemos dónde hay una, le han dicho los cuervos a Regis. Así que nos dirigimos para allá y en este capítulo lo vamos a hacer. Previo a reunirnos con Regis, nos enfrentamos por el camino con nuevos enemigos más duros, que uno, si no tienes cuidado, te mata de una hostia, una especie de planta. Y unas kikimoras que eran nuevas también, que también eran duras. Hoy vamos a hacer lo de la escritura moteada y a ver si sale el mapa de los tesoros o qué, o tenemos que ir a comprarlo. Eso no me acuerdo cómo salía, porque te acuerdas que en Skellige tenías que comprar los mapas o no sé qué. Aquí no me acuerdo cómo salía. Pero bueno, vamos a ver lo de la criatura moteada y a ver qué vamos a ver en las visiones que tenga preparado Regis. Así que vamos a ver. Bien. Bien. Pasar el trance.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
Yo sé lo que pasa aquí, más o menos lo que tengo que hacer.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. A pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
La verdad es que es muy raro, muy turbio con tantas cucharas.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right on, bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Todo relacionado con las cucharas. Pues, si no recuerdo mal.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Voy a ir por aquí. Oh.
Actually does seem like a white's lair. Bit atypical, but still. One should be somewhere around here. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse. And it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Así como no quiere la cosa. Debe subir.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Mientras se pone a meditar. Cuando meditan están alerta, pues. Mucho más feo. Con cucharas puestas en el gorro. Pues. Vamos a intentar romper la maldición. Ya.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were,
Él se senta en tu mesa para
"I
contar.
shall sit and dine with you at your table.
escuchar te
The
saciará
spoon you
y
have shall
nunca
say
más.
to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror."
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Es así comienza. Asquerosidad tiene que estar eso.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
¿Tengo toxicidad? No, no pasa nada. Hago la miel blanca. Ya aquí.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Otro Vargas. Hay dos maneras de conseguir eso. Una es matándolo, el bicho, y otra es haciendo lo que hemos hecho, que le hemos quitado la munición. Yo he hecho ambas.
Easy, not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
En realidad es lo mejor que se puede hacer.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basil Folty, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your majordomo at Corfu Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
No, no es cierto. No.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a white, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a white, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Good hands.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Es que no lo tiene que enseñar, entonces.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
La verdad es que.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
No muy grande para varias personas, pero bueno.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now
Olivos.
either.
Aquí en España hay un montón. Y son iguales, tío. Son igual.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Hombre, claro. Vas a probarlo porque es tuyo. Esto parece un normal.
Nice well.
Níger.
Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Que puedo aquí, se pueden plantar y obtener hierbas de...
Madame Nina planted
Organizar la poción.
diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Que por cierto, yo es algo que me he dado cuenta en este juego. Con el tema de las hierbas, hay muchas hierbas por el mundo. Y es algo que no profundizaron, o no lo hicieron de otro método. Y es que una vez haces las pociones, todos los tipos de pociones, todas las mejoras, etcétera, ya las hierbas no
This
te
served
sirven
as
para
an
nada.
additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Entonces yo ahí lo que hubiese hecho es tener hierbas de cada poción para reponerlas.
The
Y si no
cellars,
tienes,
voila. During Monsieur Bolis's
poder
time,
reponerlo con
wine was kept
alcohol.
here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
está hecho mierda, no, lo siguiente. Por arriba.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Ahora
Not a
es
bad
cuando
idea.
viene...
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. If forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards it...
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see. Mentioned the place could stand to be
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is...
Bien. Estaréis bien algunas mejoras en el terreno.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
5.000, así como no quiere la cosa.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a
aquí
day's
a un día.
passing, I shall have sent for the crew, which are rebuffed, highly skilled at what they do. It shall not take them too long, I wager. Is there anything...
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe...
Oh, yes! We certainly... The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to...
Efectivamente.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil the...
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables...
1.000. No,
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take... Will you be needing any...
Sí.
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick.
Of course. No one would consider...
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone.
Of course. I shall send a runner... Will you be needing anything?
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Thanks. Got...
Devuelve Kobe Bianco a su esplendor. Espera 3 días para que termine la reforma general. Un día para que llegue la piedra y un día para que llegue a la mesa del armero. Vale. Por cierto, aquí tenemos...
Greetings! Greetings!
Estos son empleados míos. Y esta es Marlene.
Tasty. So...
Aquí esta es la de los invitados que tiene que hacer la reforma. Y aquí tenemos, para descansar, tenemos nuestro hijo. Aquí tenemos para colocar trofeos, más trofeos, para colocar cuadros. Y había un sitio más donde se podían colocar cuadros, pero ahora mismo no me acuerdo. Mira, para dejar armas, aquí más adelante más cosas también se pueden dejar. Pero bueno, primero hay que hacer las reformas. Y para eso hay que dejar pasar. Vamos a ver, misiones. Vamos a las principales. Vamos a hablar con Regis. Por cierto, aquí Sarni ya tiene su lugar. O sea que, ya ves. Es dueño de una hacienda. Un brujo. Va. Joder, macho. Pasamos. ¿En serio? O sea, no puedo pasar porque está el puto bicho ese.
Come on!
Bien, vamos a usar oropéndola.
Show me what you got.
Vale, ¿no? Coño. Joder, qué pesado. ¡Ah! Vamos a hablar.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
Curioso, tiene
Clearly honed your
ajos
sense of
ahí.
humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful. As they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshamudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Teshamudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I had no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesh and Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Hostia. Cualquiera, ¿sabes?
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead.
Bueno, alguien ha muerto.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
Y otro nivel.
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
This place.
Espera, esto será la armadura. No, no es esta, pero la
There's
forma es
evil
la-
here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beasts have breathed their last here.
Human husbandry and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
Tremenda calidad, güey.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us of where we came from.
Whose is this glyph? Who for?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Por cierto, nos quedan 2000.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadlough's. We both remain in this part of the world.
Y llegamos.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Bien. Vamos a poner.
Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I'd wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Ahí te has pasado un poco.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I should be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what will you do once I...
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able...
Que hostia me han dado, ¿no? Vale.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what will you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. You must forge through this, that is all.
En serio, tío. O sea, vaya tela. O sea, hace ¡pum! Y se muere. En fin.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, go. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
Pero, ¿por qué me meten esas hostias? ¿Tengo algo mal puesto o algo? Se me ha hecho pum, pum, muerto. Un puto ghoul de mierda. ¿Tengo algo mal? No. Bueno, voy a ver de reparar, pero vamos. $64, $89, $91, $83. Es que me ha pegado 2 hostias y me ha matado.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
What would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Vale, ¿no?
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
I just smelled the blood.
Dios, un vampiro.
I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
En serio, tío, de verdad. O sea, yo flipo. Ay, de verdad. Es que son muchos. Son muchos. O sea, a ver. Irden Queen lo tenemos todo. Igni también. A ver, este golpea a todos los adversarios. Podríamos quitar este de Axia. Poner este. Vamos a guardar. Así está ya todo desde el punto.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
A ver. Aumenta resistencia, no. Intensidad de señales. No.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm me down. Somehow.
Please.
¡Pum, pum! Muerto. Con escudo. Doble. Al menos ahora está guardado.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Calm me down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
Regis has smelled the blood.
Tío, no puede ser que llegue tan lejos. La puta mierda esa. Es que es imposible. Es el momento que más me está gustando de la serie. Joder. Es que, a ver, en Marcha de la Muerte, enemigos duros.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm me down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
No, 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 no. A ver, la del... Esta es la del... Voy a poner el miel blanca. Pues no puedo curarme. En este muelle una protección.
Show me where.
O sea, madre mía. Es horrible, tío. Es que son demasiados. Son demasiados. Con una build de daño, aún. Pero con una build como la que tengo. De hecho, como no está haciendo mucho. A ver, voy a quitar esta. A ver qué puedo poner aquí. Aumenta un 30%. El alcance. Axia no. Y esto era... Es que estoy usando esto.
Bait set. What now? Maybe. A safe word. You know, something you'll say when they can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
¡No! Por un momento pensaba que me iba a matar.
Regis has smelled the blood.
Pero, ¿por qué te guardas la puta espada? Es normal. No sé por qué se guarda.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
No. Es que meten unas hostias que no son normales. ¿What? Tenía toda la vida ya hecho. Placa, a tomar por culo. Yo flipo. No sé. Parece que hago más daño. De hecho voy a prepararme. No, gilipollas, eso no. Por cierto, un momento. Vale. Y aquí vamos a guardar.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what will you do once I utter it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. We won't be able to. We must forge through this.
Es que lo que no es normal es que te maten de una hostia. O de dos. No tiene sentido. No tiene sentido. A ver si es que me tengo que poner la armadura. Es un momento, espera. La armadura nueva. Vamos a probar de ponernos esta. Tengo 5 piezas. Eso significa que hay una espada. Espérate. Y yo recuerdo que no me costó tanto la otra vez, tío. Si te esperas un momento voy a ver si encuentro la otra pieza. No. No. Tampoco. Tiene que haber otra. Yo tampoco. No. Pues teniendo en cuenta que no llego a las 6 piezas, voy a ponerme aunque claro, esta es la de acero, ahora que lo pienso. No me sirve de mucho. Esta es la de acero. Claro, es que... Esta es la de plata, vale. Vamos a ponernos estas así. Vale. Es que yo recuerde no me costaba tanto. Ni me pegaban tanto, tío. Esas aberrante, tío. Y si ponemos, a ver, ¿qué podemos poner? No. 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 No sé. No. Tampoco. Aumenta contra espectros, no. No. Este sí.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once...
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this.
Lo de echar el escudo, sí, eso para otro día. Porque se lo he dicho, pero no tiene sentido que me maten de 2 hostias. Esto no tiene sentido.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
Son los ghouls,
And
No,
what
aquí son otros.
would you do once I
Otros
uttered
ghouls,
it?
por ejemplo.
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
La puta espada. No sé, tío. Me da mucha rabia, la verdad. No, esto no lo ha pasado nunca, la verdad. No sé cómo jugarlo. Es que no lo sé. O sea,
Bait set. What now? Maybe we
es
need
que
a
no,
safe
no
word.
regenero suficiente
Something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please.
de
You won't
mierda.
be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
Muérete, puto gol.
Regis has smelled the blood.
Qué pereza la morir.
I shall overcome.
Good. Because I can hear more coming.
Odio cuando me pongo el escudo y por la cara se salva. tú. En serio, tío. Dios, me saca de mis casillas. El hecho de que te pongas el puto escudo y hace ¡pah! Y salta y no te proteja, ni te cure, ni nada. Uff, es algo que no puedo con ello.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore. Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. You must force through this. That is all.
You just have smelled the blood.
Es cierto que estoy con una build de solo señales que
Grove. I shall overcome.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
total, coño. verdad es que los pulses regeneran vida. Tío, ha ignorado el puto escudo. ¿Por qué no ha saltado? Dios, no sé.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what?
Don't know. Calm it down. Somehow.
Please. You won't be able to. We must forge through this.
Casi voy a ir. Voy a utilizar
Overcome. Good, because I can hear more coming.
Por fin. Dios. Te ha costado. Es que me estaban de las hostias los putos ghouls. Te salen un montón.
few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
Tú estás exhausto y yo también.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Casi lo consigo. Lo que nos ha costado.
Any better?
Estoy dando cuenta que la build
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before
de
I
señales
fully
es
recover.
bastante
But yes, a bit
flojilla
better, thank you.
en ciertos puntos.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very
Yeah.
well. In that case, let's begin.
Let's begin. Este capítulo se ha hecho más largo por el combate este.
Excuse me. Shall I take a minute?
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
Count, sir.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
Bueno, pues estamos viendo cositas.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the step. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't
Sí.
we, Dettlaff? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
Curious, ¿eh?
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Y ahí el porqué de la mano. O sea que ese era el último caballero. El último que mató antes de llegar a nosotros, claro.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him, chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Bueno, vamos a ponernos la armadura que tenemos. Bueno, por aquí dejamos este capítulo que ha sido duro de cojones. Es el combate más difícil que he tenido hasta ahora. Simplemente por el hecho de que me mataban de los hostias, los ghouls. Es algo absurdo, pero bueno. Al final lo hemos completado. Hemos obtenido las visiones de Zelda. Y hemos hecho más cosas. Pero bueno, este capítulo acaba por aquí. Y continuaremos en el siguiente capítulo. Hasta la próxima.